and you're all out of prayers. That's when we need refusal, surrender, refuse. When the world needs, we have to defend her. Defend. We have to defend her.
Hello and welcome to Defenders of Phandelver. We are here and we are live with episode 5 of our wonderful campaign. We are down one player today. Our wonderful Nick by Night is not here as Penny. However, we do have a special guest with us. OhHelloMere, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
If you saw their character art, because they also guested on our game on Wednesday, Fears and Fortunes, their character art will be slightly similar, but this is an entirely different character. And I say slightly similar, because actually a lot of changes have been done. I'm really excited about it. But hi, hello. Let me just switch the music here. This is a little bit too epic. Here we go. Yeah, a lot of big things going on today. We have a wonderful campaign plan for you as the party is halfway through getting through the Redbrand Ruffian base. And they had a really rough battle with some skeletons, and now are venturing to hopefully rescue some hostages. But before we get to that, I do have some things to share. First of all, if you're watching, I am really excited about something I cannot tell you more details about, but tangentially related, possibly, the Crit Awards are announcing their nominations today. I don't know what that means, but I'm really excited for it. That's going to happen, I think, later today at 5 o'clock, they said. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Really excited. Yeah. And also, we have some fan art. We got this piece sent to us by our artist, Karis, who did all the character art for this wonderful show. This is not a piece we commissioned. They were watching the show, and they felt the need to make this. And I think you can probably imagine why. As the moment she took off the cloak, they were like,
"Oh my
wait,
God.
I didn't know. Hold on."
I need that on my wall, please.
Yeah, right?
I love her.
I
love her.
It's so funny when I saw the token with bare arms before they added the cape, because Forgotten Adventures, when they make all the amazing tokens for our show, when they were making the token for Navarra, they originally made it without the cape. The cape gets added on afterwards. And I saw it, I was like, you need to give me that token, because that looks sick, her without the cape. It looks like she's down to business, and our artist Karis, seeing it, thought so too. So immediately had to sketch this. So yeah, Maz, I will send this to you if you want to make it your phone wallpaper.
Yeah, already. Got it. Yep.
Yeah, really grateful for that. Really awesome. We also got some interesting comments in the last few weeks on our episodes, and I want to address some of them. First of all, thank you very much, Spider and Mosquito, for the algorithm boost and comment. We need more stuff like that. We need all the support we can get, so we want to just thank everybody for commenting where they can. Really appreciate it. Next is this one by Papa Trail Doc. Awesome, absolutely awesome cast, very memorable characters, great DMing too, George. Saw this last week and wanted to rewatch prior to session 2. Glad I did. It is that enjoyable. Guys, we really appreciate the comments like this. It really makes us feel good. And yeah, quite a few of you have been enjoying it, so we really appreciate it. Let us know if you watched the episode on YouTube, or if you don't and you watched it live on Twitch, that's okay. You can go to the YouTube and leave comments anyway. We really appreciate it, and it helps us out. There's another comment. Gundren Rockseeker sounds like John C. Reilly, and I love it. I don't hear it, but I'm going to take your word for it, and I won't change. So I'm glad you like that. And then this is the last comment I told the party about because I was like, oh, I gotta remember to go over this. The other comment we got is, oh, look, a Geneva suggestion. This was on episode 2, and I correctly assumed that they were talking about the scene where you set the bugbear and goblins on fire with oil. And I want you all to know that I looked it up, and according to the Geneva Convention, that is not a crime. Because there were no civilians in the area when you used fire as a weapon. And it was not in a public place. You did it to only combatants, so that is not a crime. However, when our wonderful Alucard sent a bunch of wolves after a goblin who had already surrendered, that was a war crime. So the party has so far committed 1 war crime. That was on episode 2. Let's give them a round of applause. Way to go.
War crime. Got it. Counter.
My fault.
So
my
yeah,
fault, my fault.
I figured I should just. It was one of those things I was like, we didn't commit a war crime, and then I thought about it. And I was like, wait, and I started reading the Geneva Conventions, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's a war crime. So yeah, it can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody. Okay. With that all said, let's get into our wonderful episode. I just like the comments on Twitch are just war crimes. Yeah. Okay, so where we left off, you guys are actually jumping right into combat. So give me one moment. Let me just go and I need to update one thing. Okay, where is that? That's fine. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into combat because that is where we left off. So I would like, let's see, get everybody in the thing here. If everybody could, please. Okay, go ahead and roll initiative.
Ooh, I didn't have a bad roll today. Wait, knock on wood. Hang on.
One of you got a nat 1.
That was me, baby.
Carrie.
Let's go. Let's go.
Do I? Carrie, you can switch initiative with me.
It's all good. I'm chilling.
Okay,
Oh, it's
so Navarre, you got a 15. Well, Navarre, you probably want the higher initiative.
Oh,
You are right
yeah,
there.
that's true.
Yeah.
I
You are.
Open the door and they're all there.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Alucard, actually,
Also,
you can go ahead.
do I have my friend?
You do have your friend behind you. I moved them 1 second. They were right there. Give me one moment.
Navarro is very nervous, just realizing what the hell just happened there, just why this thing is following them.
Yeah. Give me one moment. I'm just adjusting the music here. Where is that? In case it's too loud for everyone.
Yeah, it's making me nervous.
Wait a minute. Why is that coming through? Hello, 1, 2. Okay, you can hear me. I'm not sure where that audio thing is coming from. There we go. Made that music a little bit more bearable, hopefully. If it's too loud, please let me know. Okay. Going back into combat. So, let's go ahead and roll for your skeleton friend. 17. Not bad. Okay, normal. Okay. So, as you entered the door, the Redbrand Ruffians had sneak attacks on you. So they had essentially a surprise round. That is done. And so we go ahead and start with Leo. You are first up in initiative.
Oh dear. Okay. If I were to move closer to the tomb on the right, could I get line of sight to chuck a firebolt?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, if you were here, it's going to be at disadvantage because you're trying to soar one over Navarra's head.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's really all I can do. I will try to hit it, yeah.
Go for it.
Is there a risk of me hitting Navara?
Only if you roll like a nat 1. And even then, yeah, I would say it's like 50-50.
Okay. Okay, first one's a 20 to hit. Second one, oh my fucking god.
Do it.
It's a 6! It's a 6! It's a 6!
Wait, it's on screen twice. That's my bad. 1 second, everybody. I know why
So
that's
that's two
happening.
15s actually. That was those 2 ones were Carrie's rolls. Those
There we
were
Yeah,
I
you
rolled
know.
15 twice.
Yeah, that was
Nice.
Sure.
my fault. I clicked the button back.
Yeah, it was Carrie.
Okay. Roll a Navarra. Roll a d20.
I'm so sorry, Mods.
Nah, you're good. Good. I said do it. Yeah, great. Yep, let's go. What is this game? 5 episodes of me just rolling bad? What is this?
Roll the damage, please.
You're good, Curious. I'm fine. I can do
5!
Navarre, you're like, these guys, by the way, all swung on you, and I think all of them missed. Is that right?
Yeah.
They all swung at you, and you're like, you're gonna have to do better than that. And then a firebolt scorches your shoulder.
They just
so
turn
sorry.
back to Leo.
Didn't mean
Hello?
to.
Okay.
Really tall.
Just tell me to duck next time.
That brings us to your skeleton.
I'm gonna move back out of away from line of sight again.
Okay.
Just tuck myself behind.
Uh,
That's good.
yeah, you tuck yourself here. Your skeleton will push forward. It uses it has double movement to it has half movement to move through you, but it is able to close distance and make an attack. Let's see. That's gonna be that will hit. Okay, 8 damage to one of the ruffians. We'll say this one takes that. Okay, and that brings us to next up is the ruffians. This one, the one that just got hit, will attack back. Let's see. I think that hits the skeleton. Whoop. Not what I meant to do. Yes, that will hit the skeleton. So they strike back for... What's up?
If they hit the skeleton, I can do a interception.
You want to intercept it?
Yeah.
And what does that do?
It reduces the damage by 1d10 plus 2.
Okay, go for it.
That's 8 damage.
Okay, so the you are actually able to pull the skeleton back, and the attack misses. That brings us to the next ruffian. This one right here will go ahead and make an attack on the skeleton as well, since they are immediately within range. So that looks like it'll hit as well. Damage. That is going to be 4 damage to our skeleton friend. As they smack into it, you pull it back, and then it gets hit again, and you hear some bones in its ribs crunch. That brings us to Valandor.
Okay. Standing at 6 glorious hit points. The only sort of commotion coming now is from where Navarra is.
Yes.
Yeah, then I think I'll oh, man. I think I'm gonna do the proper thing here, and I think I'm just gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
And then I'm actually gonna go ahead then and I'll cast Cure Wounds, and then I'll just sort of make my way in between the two the two tombs right there in between them, and I'll just sort of ready my bow and arrow and sort of place it for my next turn. But that is what I will do, and I will heal.
You want to go here, you said?
Yes, right there.
Okay.
6.
There we go. Okay, you're there. Got it. That brings us to Navara.
Awesome. Yes, I wish I had something that could just do a sweep, but anyway. Let's see. Straight ahead, let's do a glaive. That's 15 to hit?
Yep. Which one you want to target?
Right in front.
Okay, got it. 15 does hit.
And that is 11 damage. Now I'm gonna save my smites.
Yeah, you see in front of you is like a gnome with 2 daggers, and you bring your spear up over your skeleton and just stab down right into their shoulder, into their neck, as they yell out in pain. It looks pretty bad. And that brings us to Alucor.
Okay. Alcor, seeing Leo singe Navara, is gonna like nod his head, like,
There's one more
okay,
thing.
maybe. Oh, go for it, Mouse.
Since I shifted, could I do my fangs as my bonus action?
Yeah. Are you trying to bite?
It says fangs. I'm just, I belong to the.
Okay, yeah, and you can by the way, with that you can make it claw attack too. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so you're gonna have to move in, sort of putting yourself in the room as well, pushing past the skeleton. You have plenty of movement to do so, though. Do you want to be like here?
Yeah, it's fine.
Go for it.
It's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
It's 5 damage.
Okay, got it. 5 damage to this one. As you push in, clawing this guy across the face, he screams. And I'm sorry, Alucor, what were you doing?
I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire on the goon to the left of Navara's undead friend.
Okay, got it.
So we'll need a DC 13 Dex saving throw.
All right. DC 13 dex save. That is a nat 1.
Sensational. All right, let's roll that damage. All right, that'll be 6 fire damage on that guy.
It scorches as fire rises up around them, but then you see their look, and they look at it, and they kind of like look past the skeleton at you. It is a tiefling, so it only takes half damage. That brings us to. Do you want to move or have any bonus actions?
Do I have enough movement to get? Let's get intimate. Can I get close to that one guy, right at the door?
You could get here. You wouldn't have enough movement to get past the skeleton, but you can be ready to push in should the skeleton go down.
Okay, I think I'll look back to Valandor and Leo and say, "Am I in the way? Should I move back?"
Oh, well, if you can do more damage than me, stay there.
Valandor.
It's not going well.
Where are you looking to? Oh, right there. No, I look to you with the arrow, and I just sort of like, I nod, but I adjust a little bit higher above you.
Cool. All right, then I'll stay there.
Okay. Give me one moment while I check what Penny will do. Penny's turn technically came before yours, but that's okay. They are going to. Double checking. Okay, they've already used that. Okay. They will go ahead and do. Sorry, I'm double checking. They will go ahead and do Mind Sliver on that same tiefling. So they have to make a intelligence save. I think, does that pass? Nope, it does not. So they will take, let's see, that's going to be 1d6. Nice. So as that one like looks at you and like scoffs at the flames, suddenly you see its head like shake as its eyes roll into the back of its head, and you just see blood come out of their nose, and they fall down dead.
Well done, Penny.
I'm helping. As she backs up. That brings us to the last ruffian. This gnome, I believe. Yep. They will go ahead and attack the skeleton. That's a big old miss. As they swipe at the skeleton and then they start backing up, sort of like they'll back up here. No, actually, they're gonna back up here, risking an attack of opportunity. The skeleton will go ahead and make one of those. Wow. Okay. They go to back up, and the skeleton pushes in with them, and then just bonks them over the head with this mace. The guy just gets hit and looks stunned for a moment, and then just crumples into the ground, dead. That brings us to top of the round with Leo.
Oh dear. I have a bad track record. Okay. There's one left.
Yes, 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 feet gets you there, and you can see them.
Is it at disadvantage still?
I'm going to say
can you
this
duck down,
one's
please?
normal. Before, it was the skeleton and Navara. This is just
okay, cool.
this is just Alucor.
Okay, I'll firebolt it.
Go for it.
That is better. That's a 23 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Roll
Okay.
damage.
4.
4. Okay, they get scorched for 4 damage. Got it. That brings us to the skeleton's turn. Skeleton will turn and swing at them. If this skeleton gets another nat 20, I'm gonna just throw up. Nope. Okay, very good. Let's see. Normal. 6 damage to this guy. Okay, he's not looking great. He is going to just back up, staying within 5 feet of the skeleton and Navara. He reaches into the bars and grabs this kid, and he holds up his mace. He's like, "Back up! Back up, or I'll kill him!"
All right, then.
Oh shit.
That brings us to Valandor's turn. 10, 15.
Duck.
If you go here, you would have barely a shot on him.
Then yeah, I'll just sort of like what I'll do is like I'll place my hand to steady myself on Alucor's shoulder, and then I'll draw my arrow, and then I'll just whisper to him, "Don't move."
Got it.
And then I'll just fire an arrow at the guy's face.
Are you sure you want to do that? He has
Well,
not.
let's see. Hold up.
I want to make
You
this
don't have
clear.
to.
He has not taken an action.
Right, but
Oh,
he has a
he's
kid.
holding it.
But he. Oh, I see.
Holding it.
He is not taking an action. Then I'll do the same. Then I'll just steady myself above Alucor, and I'll do the same. I'll just sort of like make myself known that I have sights on him, but I won't fire. I'll hold my action to fire. If he hits the kid, then I'll fire immediately.
Okay,
Kill the
that
kid,
brings
kill
us
the
to
kid,
Navara.
Navarro's looking at them with their like fanged smile. Just, you don't want to do that. Set them down.
I'm not gonna fucking die here. You can make an intimidation check though.
Well, he can just leave.
Can I use my inspiration?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you have inspiration on your character sheet?
He has
Yeah.
2 advantages
Yep.
that I saved for this week.
Fair
I
enough.
made sure to remember them.
So you can
This
just
is
use one of those then. You don't have to use your
Yeah, yeah.
inspiration. I'm not fucking dying here. You guys let me leave. Or I dome this kid.
And they just like where Alu is in the door, they just pretty much like push them against the wall. Door's open. Just drop the kid. And then they're gonna hit to land the intimidation, hit their spear against the ground, drop the kid.
Are you being sincere about your offer?
Yeah.
Okay. Just a reminder, you guys already committed 1 Geneva crime. If you want to commit 2, it's fine with me.
No, we are sincere.
I will run it back.
He's just threatening a child.
I
Alucor
literally
steps
stab him
back.
on the way out.
I didn't say that they haven't committed any Geneva crimes.
That's true. That's true. He's gonna go tell everyone, isn't he?
He's going to make an insight check to see if he believes you. He's nervous.
You can do a persuasion check, and the Navarra will lean forward. I mean my word. Every word. We're not here for you.
He lets go of the kid, and he starts stepping back, and he looks to the 2 of you, 3 of you. Are you letting him go?
Above table, I don't think Alucor is gonna want to let this guy go.
100% agree with Alucor. Yeah, very
Leo
much
is
like
so out of combat coded. Like she's gonna let the guys do whatever because this is not her field.
it's very much like again above table, we're letting him pass, but the minute he gets a little bit away, it's.
I mean,
like
he's
full
far
on
enough.
attack.
I'm going to say this. There's a moment you're going to see Valandor, because you're holding an action. There's a moment where he is not a threat to the kid, that he's far enough away. Would you take that moment?
Absolutely.
So he gets to the door, he looks at Alucor, he looks at Valandor, and then he looks to the kid and he goes, "Nothing personal, kid." And at the moment he says that, Valandor, go ahead and make your shot. DC is 11.
Oh boy, here we go.
You have points
Let's
of
go.
inspiration from
17.
your. Yes. Okay.
17. You don't even have to roll damage. He just says that, "Nothing personal, kid," and then right into the side of the temple, and he goes limp and collapses to the ground dead. You guys are out of combat.
I'm gonna rush in and say, Navarra, I'm so.
They just
I'm
pull
so
Leo in. No, it's
I'm
fine.
so
It's fine. It just got the shoulder. It's fine. I've gotten worse. There's
I'm
worse
so
turns. It's
sorry.
fine. And then they look at Val and just give a nod of like, thank you, because they had a suspicion, but that was they're still honored, and like that was just
Yeah.
it was glad, like, you know, they just give a nod, but they look at Leo and just, it's fine. Next time, duck. That's all I need.
Okay. Can I look around for any keys to unlock these prison cells?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Navarra is going to push the skeleton up to the wall with their spear, just pretty much holding them back for a second to see what this is about.
3. I got a 5 for perception.
You're rummaging through their pockets. Give me one moment. One second. Just pulling this up. What do you find? Okay. You find a total of 8 gold on them and 25 copper.
Oh, okay.
But that's all they have in their pocket change. No keys, though. Navarra, you slam this skeleton against the wall. It just sits there, magic running through it as it looks at you, these vacant sockets just staring back.
What are you, you abomination? And why do you fight for me?
What feeling are you feeling right now?
Like, nervous but empowered.
You feel that feeling of empowerment, but also that nervousness, and that nervousness creeps in. And as you're asking that, the thing just sort of slumps, and you see its bones just start to fall off of it as it falls to pieces and dies.
Navara,
Mhm.
did you know you
Did
could
I do that? That was my question. I didn't know I could do that. Why? Why did? Why
What do
can
I
do
know
that?
about controlling the undead?
Give me. You can do Arcana or Religion.
17.
For Arcana,
Yes. For Arcana.
you know that it's pretty high. It's pretty high level magic. Like you haven't gotten anything that advanced yet. You also know that there are other means other than magical of controlling undead, but usually those have to do with gods or they have to do with things like druidic magic, like spores. But Navara doesn't seem the type to be able to cast that kind of magic.
I'm not sure. Do you follow a higher power? Or no?
The only power I had was with my oath. And could Navarro do a check on what made it crumble? And what could make it reform?
Give me an
If needed.
insight check.
That's a 5.
You're not sure. There's like a frustration building up in you as you wonder whether this is some game by somebody else or maybe this is just whoever made those skeletons animated. Maybe they just did a bad job.
They dust off the bone dust. First thing to the crypts in the back, they're just like scanning the room. It's probably just poor magic. For a second, I thought it was me, but maybe not. We have better things to think about. All right. There's the kid.
Leo's
Who else
still
is
not
in here?
convinced in the background that she's gonna drop it.
You see this teenage boy in the cell to the south. He is uncharacteristically grabbing his mother in fear as his sister holds him from behind. Thank you. Are you here to rescue us?
Yes. Are you all right?
Yeah, we're fine. We were they killed my husband. Took us here.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so
You
sorry.
recognize them, Leo, as you expected to see them here. This is the wife and children of the woodworker, Mr. Dendrar,
Okay.
who was killed out in the streets.
Well, let's get you all out of here. Far away. Come on.
The doors are locked.
Val, how much can you unlock something that's meant to be locked?
I just sort of like, well, I'm not too savvy with this kind of locks, but we can try. Or can I look at the mom, I guess, and I'll just say, did you happen to notice which of these Redbrand soldiers held any keys?
I saw two people with keys. A man with a staff, and one of those larger creatures with the fur. They threw her in here too, and she points to the other side where you see a dwarf. If you want to describe your character, please do.
So, sitting in the cell across from them, you see a dwarf who's got bright red braided hair, a smattering of freckles across her face, a few scars here and there too. She's still wearing these now kind of ripped and roughed up orange and gold clerics, cleric whatever the word is that goes over top of things. And do I have any of? Would I, in this moment, have any of my like armor and weaponry? I'm sure my weaponry is probably not in there with me.
Your weapons and like holy symbol are outside the cell, sitting right in front of all of them.
Yeah. But you would be able to see that, and in matching colors outside of the cell, you would see that. And she leans up against theirs, like, "Hello. I'm Rashta. So I haven't seen the man with the staff or anything lately either. Any of you good with lockpicks? Normally I'm not one to condone it, but well, this is life, isn't it?"
I've got a +2 to sleight of hand. It's not me.
I mean, I can try it. I have a
Go for
it.
I'm gonna shove Valandor in front of me.
Yeah.
Wonderful, thank you. Do I recognize the holy symbol of?
It would be the holy symbol of Moradin, who is known as the Dwarf Father, the Soul Forger, definitely someone of the Forge, a dwarven deity.
Let me pull up my history document.
Where I have my thing over there. Yes,
Would this potentially be from like the time of dwarves and gnomes that I would like know the symbol for?
This is also modern too. Moradin is said to be the creator. I'll say this much, you know, from your studies of history. Moradin is said to be the creator of all of the dwarves. So they have worshipped him since the beginning. Yeah, but she doesn't look like she's a historical relic.
Just to get intention stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk over. Rashta, you said?
Rashta, yes.
Rashta. Yeah, I guess I'll walk over and then I'll just go. I'm not the most eloquent with these tools, but let me try. And I'll try to lockpick the door.
Go for it. Give me a sleight of hand check.
13.
13. One moment. Let's see if that's enough. Sorry. Where is the... Here we go. Yeah, that is just enough. You are able to jimmy it. These are fairly old locks and cheap ones too. So you're able to unlock her door and let her out.
Okay.
John, see, I knew you could do it.
And then I just sort of get up and I nod to Rashta, and then I'll just make my way over to the family and attempt to pick that one.
Okay.
Your father preserve you. Thank you.
Thief.
True.
Go for it.
Rashta,
Yes.
how long have you been here for?
Oh, just grabbed up by these ruffians not terribly long ago. I've been coming here looking for some folks who are quite dear to me.
You actually weren't grabbed by ruffians. You were grabbed
Wasn't
by
there?
bugbears.
Bugbears. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Had quite the run-in with those.
Indeed.
Ah. Nasty little bugger bears. You know what I mean.
Mhm.
Of course.
She reaches and grabs her holy symbol, immediately puts it on, and would pick up her weaponry and shield and just... You can see like there's an instant relief that falls over her. She's been kind of cool and collected, but now she's good. All right. Thank you for beating them up, but what are you doing here? Too?
We came to get these folks out. They've been here. Very much a target by the Redbrands, and we wanted to get them out before anything bad could happen to them. And I feel as though we should probably be leaving. Not sure if anyone has anything else they want to do, but it might be a good idea to go. We don't have much time left.
Indeed.
the woman, by the way, you recognize her to be from the village, from Phandelver. From Phandalin. You recognize her to be named Myrna, and she thanks you. Thank you so much for helping us. I can't pay you, but one of the ways I was able to make sure they spared us is I told the Redbrands about some wealthy family I have up north. Now, that's actually a lie, but it wasn't always. Have you ever heard of Thunder Tree?
Have I heard of Thunder Tree?
You can give me a history check or survival.
That's 11. I'm rolling low, but I have high history.
You remember that there's a town up north, Navarra. You immediately recognized the name of it because it was not far. You used to meet someone there occasionally. It's a ruined town called Thunder Tree that it's near Neverwinter. You may or may not know that it's a ruined town, Leo, but Navarra, you definitely know it's in ruins. But she explains, before things went bad there, I had family, and I know one of them left a keepsake there in the walls of my old home. If you go there, it's yours. And
Okay.
I know it's not much, but it's the least I can do to thank you.
You don't have to do anything. Okay, it's okay. We should get you out before they come back.
Where are you hoping to go afterwards in the town? And they're just like grinding the spear into the glaive into the ground, in a little bit of frustration. There's nothing left there.
No, I'm not from Thunder Tree. I've been living here in Phandalin, but I had family up there one time.
Okay.
But
All right. No. Here. And then you just like help them through. No, sorry, my mind went somewhere.
oh, it's all right. Oh my God, this freaking map! I uninstalled mods. Why? Okay, I'll fix that. But as you guys are figuring out what to do, elsewhere, the well, you see Penny offers. If you guys want, I can take them out of here and bring them back to Leo's place.
Yes, please.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate
That'll
that.
be good.
Okay, yeah. I hit my head pretty bad, so I think I'm gonna just go to Leo's and maybe
Really
take a
don't.
nap.
Can you go make some of the tea as well?
Oh, sure,
Have that,
yeah.
please. Okay?
Yeah.
And make it for the rest of them. Make a full pot.
Of course.
Okay.
And
Be safe.
they start heading out. Up, watch your
Don't
step.
get hit.
Watch your step. As they
Can
all,
I assist, get them across with like mold earth or something really fast?
yeah, you can do that.
Do they need the help to get across? I just want to make like a little path.
It would be appreciated.
Yeah, I'm just gonna mold earth a little path for them.
Okay. You mold a path, and they are able to make it across a little bit easier as they head off to your place. That leaves the question of what you guys are going to do. You have saved the hostages. However, there's also an offer that was on the table for 100 gold if you guys can capture the person known as Glassstaff.
I think Alu will first want to check the situation outside that was familiar, if he's still able to do that.
Yeah, go for it. Actually, roll just a d20 for me.
Got it. That's an 11.
You watch as the last you saw, Sildar was fighting this bugbear and was having a bit of a hard time. As you cut back, you see that Oscar, the Red Dragonborn, the fiance of Cathlet, they run up to the bugbear and breathe fire into their face. And that sort of changes the tide of battle, and you see Sildar getting some good hits in. You think that they'll be able to handle this bugbear and probably retreat to the town.
I want to believe that so much. I really do. I really do. But I'm still so nervous. Alu will relay the information. They're still fighting with the bugbear. Tides are turning in our favor, but we need to be quick. If we want to check for the last room here, we can, but we will want to be hasty.
Okay.
Okay.
Perhaps on the way out, maybe just kind of do like a quick opening of the door.
Sure. You open the door here. Why does that not
Last
open
time we opened the
completely?
door, it did not go well. I'm really scared.
There's just like 20 more of them just waiting there.
You open the door and you see inside is a hallway leading down, and to the right there's another door. Give me just 1 second. That is gonna be okay.
How many things you adding in there?
Yeah.
So I'll drop invisibility. Just
The floor is lava.
I hate it.
The door was trapped.
We're
The
all
next
in
door
the
is
afterlife.
trapped too.
And a quick save just happened right now.
Yeah, quick.
Reload.
The autosave.
Did you see that there's a door to the right? And that's all you notice in there.
Then I'll just say out loud, I was like, it just keeps going. There's more doors. Perhaps it can go deeper. If we wish to engage, we can. If not, we can just leave.
That's Grace talking.
What's that noise?
Sip in the wind.
Yeah, the wind does that a lot down here. I've noticed.
Yeah, this is quite the creepy crypt. I think Aloe, we have like two minds of like, we have a general idea how many went outside. We don't know how many got killed by the explosion. And we know, regardless, folks are going to be going back to the village to wreak havoc. I think part of them will want to, shall we say, cull the rot as much as we can in here.
Right.
To hopefully help us out in the future state, but can understand if we need to patch wounds.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
full health. I just have no spell slots left.
Gotcha.
How rough is everyone looking, to be perfect? Because she
I'm
saw
actually
you guys
12.
fight.
I'm all good.
I was Val.
Yeah, 12 out of 18 is relief.
And Leo, I think you do have your arcane thing to regain.
Okay, I read into that, and I will gladly take it. But it's when you finish a short rest.
Oh, okay, got it.
That's what I've read, and I didn't realize that before.
No, no, you're absolutely right.
So
Up to you guys, and if you want to try to take a short rest, you can, but that might change the status of other things in here.
I don't know if it's worth it for one spell slot. I'm gonna be honest.
Understand.
Well,
One
if
silver
anyone here needs patching up, as a thank you, I've got the skills.
I
Rashta.
like it.
Who's
You know
looking
what?
the bloodiest among them?
13 out of 18. I don't
Yeah,
know.
12 out of 18, but I would just sort of look.
A little exhausted.
Yeah. I'll just kind of look to Rashta and I'll say, well, I mean, me and Navarra took a couple of hits. However, Navarra is the most stout-hearted and capable one of us. So
Yeah, she tends to take a beating.
she tends to take a beating. So if you wish to bestow upon her,
They just like do that and look to Alucor like you don't talk.
Alucor won't look at her. You will not in the eye contact.
like looking down.
Take a beating. Goodness, yeah. If you can help, just a little
No.
bit, it's fine.
Absolutely. And she will cast Cure Wounds. I need to make sure I have the legacy one up. My bad. Okay. And she will cast Cure Wounds at the first level for 10 hit points.
Oh.
So, almost like instead of just the normal like cooling blue light, it almost feels like the warmth of the sun, or almost like a forge fire, where it's incredibly warm with the touch to it, as her hand glows and settles down. Feeling better?
Much, much better. We need more of that in these trips. What do we do next? Val, are you sure you don't need anything?
No, I'll be all right, and I'll cast Cure Wounds on myself as well.
Okay.
So
Delightful.
shall go further in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Try
let's-
and pick off a couple more before we leave.
Yeah, I'll
Pull
draw
it
my
out.
short swords, and I'll look to everyone before sort of stepping further into the little hallway.
You
I'll
get to
core
this
like
door
that.
to the
Oh.
right, and it is locked.
All right, it's not aware I've had possessed these skills, but hey, I'm feeling inspired today, so let's go. And I just take out my little locks and hold them in my teeth, and I just start picking away at the door.
Go for it.
Hey, there you go. Dirty 20.
Wow. This is actually a much harder lock, and you have a little bit of trouble with it, but then, I got this. And you are
pretty
able
good.
to open it.
You know what, Leo? You were right. I'm actually incredibly proficient in this. Thank you
I'm
very much.
so proud of you.
You can go ahead and add proficiency with thieves' tools to your inventory.
Ooh.
You unlocked 3 doors consecutively without one fail. That's pretty. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. Thank you.
You are able to open it up. And one moment.
So nervous.
As you go inside, you see the walls. Why are all the doors like this? 1 second. You see that the
Scary
walls are lined with shelves of weapons. There are spears, swords, crossbows, bolts, and there's a dozen dirty red cloaks hanging from the hooks on the door, next to the door.
What if we took the cloaks and we could like escape wearing the cloaks?
Yeah, Navara, when they're in that other room, they wanted to do a check on the cloaks because they're the same red as their cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get more information on it.
They're just cloaks. It's just a uniform. It's nothing special.
Well, the skeleton reacted back, so that's what they were trying to see what the connection was.
What you would probably glean is that the skeletons probably were given commands when they were made to not attack people wearing cloaks. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Knowing that, they start pulling the cloaks out 1, 2, 3, and then just start tossing it, and they'll put their cloak back on as well.
Okay. Very good.
It smells awful.
One thing you guys notice is you came in here, you went down this path, there's no exit, and over here there was no exit. Seemingly it's like this was the entire base, but you know that there's a tunnel entrance leading in here somewhere. So something must be missing.
Oh, we don't have 11 minutes or 10 minutes, do we? Realistically,
I don't think so.
I
That's
have.
me carry the player doesn't.
Yeah, because I have detect magic.
I do too. That
Yeah.
just forgot.
I also have it too. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing you're thinking.
Yeah, I also have it too.
There's other
I think
means
that's just wanted
too.
to be included. Could we do a perception check? Like Navarro's just sniffing around for like doorways that have smells of like people walking through.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
14.
14. Looking around, you see that there is some. Let me ask you, where do you want to focus your search? Here or in this room, down here? Up or down?
I think the fact that there were guards here. I'm gonna say up.
Okay. As you search around, you are able to find a seam right here. Pushing against it, it does open up a hidden wall.
Navarra it looks like just like a big cat, pretty much just sniffing, and they're just like people, and that's when they like show the door, like go through, and they're just sniffing and following the scent.
Yeah,
have a
you
really
follow
quick
through.
question.
This door opens up into this room where you see there's like a bunch of. Give me one moment. Let me make sure I'm in the right spot. Yeah, you see that there's a bunch of like work supplies here, but it breaks out into a large cavern. So around you are like hammers, crates, straws for packing, pry bars. But then this cavern you see opens up. And there's like a massive crevice in the middle of the room. But the cavern, you can see it keeps going, possibly leading towards that cave.
They just like call everyone through.
Good find, Navarre. Should we make sure there's no one else on this side?
Perhaps we could find another way of surprising them from within.
I like that idea.
Likewise.
As you guys start moving through, you feel a cold breeze sigh in this large natural cavern, carrying the faint scent of decaying flesh. A crevice with sloped walls divides the cavern, and it's flanked by 2 rough stone columns that support the 20-foot high ceiling. You also see that there are 2 arched bridges made of wood that stretch over the chasm.
If possible, just for real quick before we even move any forward, I'll just like to cast light. Probably, yeah, like in the middle of the area, just so it illuminates the space.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it. Let me bring you guys in here.
Is this like considered a dungeon or a ruin?
Yeah,
I'd never asked
absolutely.
when we were there earlier.
Yeah.
Can I just get a little rundown on
Yeah.
like the original purpose and who built it?
Yeah. You think, based on what you know and what you've seen so far, it's likely this place was a hideout for some type of a human organization. Certainly nobles lived here at one point in the manor above. The crypts you found were filled with the corpses of nobility. Down here, this may have been a sort of like hideout fortress for them at some time before the upper part of the place fell to ruin. Or it may have been partially, I mean, part of it, you know, was designed to be a crypt because you passed through one already. You're not sure if that's what all the rooms were made for, but certainly for a very long time, it's been used as some kind of outpost by various human organizations and things like that. The Redbrands are probably just the newest residents to move in.
Gotcha. Cool. Thank you.
As you guys look around, give me just one moment. I need to check something.
and if I can,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry, if I can ask the group. Sorry, my internet like cut out right as I opened that door. Navarre, did you say you handed the red cloaks, and are we all donning those?
I think that would be smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I would like everyone here to please, let me go ahead and get rid of this. If everyone here could please give me deception checks.
Oh god.
Ooh.
I
I
really
know
wish
that
I
sounds
had my
really strange.
15 important.
Okay. All right.
You have advantage, by the way.
Because if you want to use that last one.
Yep.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Okay, and just one moment. Okay, who rolled? So Navarra, Leo, Rashta, Valandor. Okay, got it. You guys start moving through here. As you do notice something. Give me one moment. Actually, this might be a good place for us to take a quick break. We're going to be gone for just 10 minutes, and then when we come back, we will resume our journey through these caverns. So don't go anywhere. I just need to set something up, and when we come right back, we will continue our raid through this dungeon. Sit tight. Be right back. Okay, we return as you guys enter into this chasm. You begin looking around. Where would you like to go?
Do we see anything of interest? Like,
You notice from the bridge as you get here, there are corpses lying in this crevasse.
Oh. Do they look freshly dead?
They're not ancient. Yeah, they look like they may have died within the last week.
What? Do they look like a man, elf, dwarf?
As you get closer as well, you guys moving forward, you see they look like they're goblins. They're goblins, but they're a little strange looking. Their heads are a little bit longer than they're supposed to be.
does that look familiar at all to me?
No.
Okay.
Would it to Rashta at all?
No,
Yeah,
not from what
yeah,
you've seen.
no.
You were grabbed by bugbears.
Okay.
I think Alu would want to take a look, like a little closer look,
Okay.
and see if there's like any
Do
sort
you
of
want to jump
familiarity.
down?
How far down is it?
It is. If you jump, you'll probably be fine. If you like are careful about it. So I'll assume that you are able to jump down. It's like
Right?
it's somewhere around like 15 feet, but if you like slide your way down, give me athletics or acrobatics if you want.
Okay, I'll do acrobatics.
Can I mold Earth to bring it up a little bit?
Sure.
Bring up a level? I'm
You
gonna
can roll
mold
at
Earth to-
advantage because of Mold Earth.
Thank you so
I got you. Mold Earth elevator, baby.
Thank you so much. Okay, first one's a 4 and the second one's an 18.
Okay, very good. You
Hey.
slide down. You don't take any damage as you get closer to these things. They're dressed in like filthy haphazard rags, and you see that there looks to be like claw marks covering their bodies. Something clawed them to death.
Can I try to investigate the claw marks to see if it's like a creature I've seen in the past, perhaps?
Yeah, give me. You can do nature or survival.
Okay, let's do survival. Okay, that's a 12 total.
12. You're looking at it, and no, these are oddly shaped. There's like, it looks like they were, whatever creature did this had like 3 elongated claws and maybe a thumb. And it's very odd looking. It doesn't look like it should. Not from any creature that you know of.
I think I would look to the rest. These claw marks don't look familiar. I don't know what creature would have done this to them.
You hear, as you say that to them, you hear something like clawing on rock above you.
Oh.
Oh, don't like that.
Yeah, I hate that.
The light spell is there as well, so I don't know if that might help us.
Yeah. Where did you cast the light spell?
I said it as far as I could, but like essentially like in the middle of this chamber.
Yeah. You take a look, Alucor and Valandor, you're the first to see it. Clinging to this pillar above you is a strange looking creature covered in like this like twisted looking green skin with shades of brown, and it's got spikes coming off its back. It has 4 fingers on each hand, and its singular eye is this bulbous green eye.
Nice. I'll kind of like, if Alucor notices it, I'll sheath my short swords and then I'll knock my arrow, but I'll kind of do like a slight little whistle, I get, or not a whistle, but maybe like a click with my mouth, just to sort of get everyone's attention.
You like make that like sound, like getting everyone's attention, and this thing. Are you here to steal from me? Like you stole from her? It says that looking at Valandor.
Valandor?
I'll sort of keep my arrow down, and then I look to it and I go, "We mean no business with you."
No, you don't, but you're not red cloaks either.
And I'll just kind of look to Alucor, kind of like out of desperation, like, and then I'll look up to it again and I go, "Then what is it you intend to do with us?"
I'm supposed to kill you.
This is the part where I say Illiphone. Alucor says, looking at this creature.
That is for the crypt. But I think you've already dealt with that.
Supposed to kill us? On whose orders?
Glass staff.
Oh.
Do you know where
Intruders.
he is?
And they point to the goblins to be killed on sight. But Sarnak and you make trade?
A trade.
What kind of trade?
What do you have to offer, Sarnak?
Going to pull out, because we haven't sold it, the frog statue.
Okay.
Would you perhaps like this?
Shiny. Ooh. Where is it from?
Oh, it's from a mystical land. You have to travel very far to find it.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh god. I'm not drunk anymore. I don't have advantage.
Could I do help by saying, "Are you sure you want to give that from it's really special"?
Oh, well, I mean, if it keeps us alive.
You can roll with
But I
advantage.
really am.
Ooh, nice.
Really am attached to it. Okay, first one's a 16. The second one's a 3. 16.
Yes, that'll do nicely. Put it in the chest there. And they point to... Where do they point? They point to, I think, is it over here? One moment. I'm not sure if it's on the map. They point somewhere below, like, one of these bridges, and you see that there's a wooden chest. You put it there.
Okay.
Sarnak
can you
let
help me
you
find
live.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to where Alu is and just try and get some help down so I don't.
Alu, like, blipped his hand up to help
Yeah.
guide Leo down. Of course.
Can I
It,
just
like,
make like a
Crawls on the pillar and, like, repositions itself over here to get a better look at some of you. As it, like, hangs off of it, it looks down at Navara. Does he know that you left the grove? It laughs as it, like, swings around the pillar again.
gosh. Can I like make a super quick check to make sure that there's no traps around the chest in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, you don't see
I'm a little
any.
paranoid.
But as you open it, you see that there is inside, there looks to be a whole bunch of silver, a whole bunch of gold, some gems, a potion of healing, and 2 other potions you haven't seen. You also see a longsword
Nice.
that looks magical.
Oh my, you have quite quite a lot of treasure. Where did you find it all? Tell me. I love a good story.
I make trades with people who come through here. And some of
these
it
all
I
from-
steal from the ones I kill.
Okay. Aren't you fun?
I'm going to put the statue in the chest.
Would you like me to close it? Chest.
Hmm.
I'm so dead. I really messed up.
Does anyone else glance at that chest?
I feel like with their height, Navarra might just be like, "What's going on?"
You can
gonna, cut an eye
see
open to
the
Navarra.
sword, Navarra. It has what looks like a an inscription on it. And give me actually a perception check.
It says, "Cool sword, please take it."
Yeah.
Immediately.
Property of Navarra. Oh,
Yeah,
there
exactly.
it was.
It's
That's
fine.
the 13.
I'm not making this up. I'm only telling you this because it's in the book. The sword is inscribed with the name Talon. Its hilt is shaped to look like a bird of prey with outspread wings.
Wow. Do I know a Talon?
I'm only telling you that because I believe that's... don't you use that as a nickname?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's wild.
That is wild. I didn't know that.
I'm just saying.
I don't think you
Their
knew that
shifter
when you
name
made the
is
character.
Talon.
So
I
you
know,
see it, it's like, that sword's magical.
Yeah, do I
and
know
it-
a Talon?
It sort of has my name on it. Yeah.
As
Wow.
Navarra, as Navarra's looking at the chest, I mean, I definitely would have looked as well. I think, like, in general, for safety, like, Leo's going over to that chest. But can I just say to the creature, and you'll allow us to pass now that we've given you something?
Yes, of course.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
Oof. Okay, that's all right. That's a 6.
You can see there's like some dried blood around its lips, and from the dead goblins you can tell that there were some bites taken out. So this thing is a carnivore, but
Right.
it hasn't made any moves to attack you yet. It's certainly not an advantageous position being up there where you can all see it.
Sure.
Do you work for the glass staff?
Glassstaff told me to protect this place. Gives me
Why do you
treasures
listen to him?
and meat.
What did you ask?
Good. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
You.
Nope. No one? Okay.
Okay.
I want your question. I want to listen.
Oh, I think that Rashta is looking closely at the sword still as well. I know it's got names and all that on it too, but the make of it and such, she's a forge domain cleric. So like anything that is crafted of the forge is of interest to her.
It looked like it was a long sword, and
Just-
looks like it was probably crafted a long time ago.
So it is looking older. Okay.
Yeah. It may have come from one of those crypts that you guys passed.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Do
I rest
I
my
off
case.
the rip? Do I know of like a Talon or someone who might have lived in this
Give me a history
manor
check.
long ago? Please, 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 please. It was almost in that 20. 7.
No idea. You wish you had more time with it.
I am a terrible nerd. I'm bad at my job.
Okay, well,
How many exits are there in this chamber, or like how many other paths are there?
There is a path this way. This way. This leads to the cave, where people are probably coming back from this direction soon. So there's this path here, and then there's a path up here.
Ooh. I don't think we have much time. If this creature will let us pass, I suggest we move, and we move swiftly.
Okay. We're gonna go now.
I do have one last question. How do you know things about us?
I can taste your secrets. Like that one.
They point to you, Leo.
Do they know about what happened to Daddy?
How do you know that?
Secrets. I like secrets.
I should not have asked. Let's leave. And he'll like go towards Leo to kind of like turn her away.
Which direction do you guys want to go? There's north, east, northwest. Oh, I'm sorry, northeast, southeast. I'm sorry, southeast, northwest, or southwest. You guys see the exits.
That one, the other one. Or
You guys see the exits. You tell me which one you want to take. All right.
Sorry.
No, by all means.
So, thank you for letting us pass. I do have a bit of question. Since you're letting us pass, your glass staff, does he reside here as well? And does he have an office or anything?
He does.
He does.
Human wizard.
Uh-huh. They do that sometimes, yes.
Have you checked him for treasures?
He gives me treasures.
And he points to some of the stuff in the chest.
Oh. Which way did he go? Just curious, you know.
He points northward this way.
Thank you kindly. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And she looks to the others like, here?
It's definitely the middle of the night.
I've been under here for a long, long time. Time's
Yes.
irrelevant to me right now.
Of course. It gets you in daylight. Okay.
It like smiles as it
Actually-
watches you guys with its large bulbous eye. As you head
Insight
this way.
check.
Look
Go for
back
it.
one more time, freaked out.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna insight check that. That's a 9. Wow, I have such good insight stuff, and then that didn't happen.
This thing seems delighted by so many things. It's hard to tell what it's currently getting delight from. It might just be delighted that it was able to parlay a deal with you. It might be delighted because you're walking into a trap. It might be delighted because it's really reveling in the secrets it's pulled out of you. Or all of the above.
Nice.
Hate that.
Cool. I will wait. I don't want to be up at the very front. I'll just sort of like let everyone pass with my arrow still knocked, but keeping it down, not in a threatening manner. Just keeping an eye out.
Okay. Who's leading? As you guys head in this direction, you see that there are a door to your left and right.
Fuck that.
Too many options. For us.
I
Leaving too many options for us.
We open
Ooh.
both at the same time.
could I?
Perhaps.
I think Rashta would move a little bit further to the front. Just she's wearing the heavy stuff. Could I use stone cunning to kind of see is there one door that's opened more than another? Like being able to kind of check. I know that's really more of like a history check within it, but
No, I'll allow it. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
brilliant. Golly, 12.
You think the door to the south, the bottom one, you think that one is open more often?
Well, if someone's going further this way and they've passed our friend Smiley back there, then this one's being used more often.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same thing because I can see we're in total darkness again. I'm gonna reach out and put my hand on Navarra's shoulder again.
Yeah,
'cause
they've
I don't want to
already
like.
been reaching for you in the back.
Yeah, because you
lantern.
are completely in the dark.
Yeah, I don't want to light my lantern or anything in case
They-
someone sees
they
it. So I'm
just-
just. Thank you.
They just whisper, next time you need to light something up, please, Torchbug. Don't do that. Like, pointing to the burn.
Of course. My apologies.
But just, I'm sorry, that creature in the back has unsettled me. I have been quiet for far too long.
Me too.
That this feels wrong.
Very. Like your mind has been invaded.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's how it tempts you, how it chooses to engage with you, and then when it does, it takes its bite. But now we know what we're facing up against.
Well,
And perhaps-
that's what also makes it feel wrong, because if something is passed and we can pick each of these doors, it just feels like we're stepping into something that we cannot anyway. Like a cat with like hair standing up is the
They
the feel
collapsed
for
the
Mara.
tunnels! You hear coming down the tunnel that you guys moved away from down this way.
Oh,
Whatever
yeah, we
that
gotta
group
go.
was that went and chased after Sildar, they are coming back.
Pick a door. It doesn't
Alright.
seem like it matters at this point.
Let's go,
Top or bottom?
Rashta.
Which one was the one? The bottom one was the one that
That's open
was
more often.
used.
Yeah.
I think.
Let's
Go for it.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Alright. She goes to reach to open the door.
The door opens easily, and as it does, you hear inside, "The fuck that guy say?"
Oh.
Oh my god, 1 second.
She closes the door.
You open the door
Never
and you
mind.
see inside are two ruffians, and they are paying attention, listening to the sounds over here. But as you open the door, one of them turns and clocks you.
We're wearing the red cloaks, right?
You are, yeah.
Hey.
Who the fuck are you?
No recruits. It's very scary out there.
Make a deception check.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
Not this again.
Oh, who the fuck are you? Are you eating my sandwich? Oh God. 7.
7.
Can I say that I'm looking really, really scared? Which, like, startled scared. Yeah.
You say that, and one of them, like this one over here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have both of them just make a insight check. That's gonna be. They have no bonus on insight.
Why? You're kidding.
Wow.
Yeah.
So one of them is like, "Oh yeah, well there's something going on." Shut the fuck up, man! They're intruders. And you roll initiative, please.
Oh.
Actually, one
I'm
second. Let me put
sorry.
you into combat. Okay, initiatives, go for it.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh hey. Okay. Sure.
All right.
Okay.
Does anyone want to swap?
Rashta, did you roll yours?
I did. I rolled a 20.
Okay, I'll go ahead and put it
Did
in
it not
manually.
go in there?
Yeah, it's okay. 20. Very good. Okay. So Rashta, it starts with you. Unless anyone wants to switch initiatives.
Does anyone want to?
What did
I
you
have a
get,
7.
Nora?
I got 7. Yeah.
I think that I think Rashta is going to rush in because is Navarra like right behind her? Or right
Yes.
behind her. Okay. Okay. Rashta's just kind of like, and she's gonna run in to kind of get kind of get to be where she would be within 5 feet of either of them. Like they would be. Is
5,
that
10,
like below?
15, 20. Yeah,
move
you can get right
25.
there. You'd
Yeah.
be within 5 feet of both.
She's like, oh, thank goodness, there's someone with reinforcements, and she's gonna cast Word of Radiance.
Okay. They have to make saves.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make con saves or take radiant damage.
Okay, let's see.
Con 14.
14. That is 2 successes.
Dag on it.
So you just go in the room and there's light,
it's
and they're
very
like,
scary.
"Fucking get her!"
It happens when I'm scared.
Alcor, that
action.
brings us to your turn. Oh, did you have something else you want to do?
I'm just double checking. I'm double checking my bonus actions. Anything else like that? Yeah, no. So that is she goes in there, tries to Word of Radiance, and then goes, oh no.
Okay.
He's so cute.
If I could switch my initiative with Navarra so she can go ahead of me. since
Oh
I
yeah,
rolled
absolutely.
higher. If you're down for it.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, Navarra, what would you like to do while I do that?
I want to take my javelin and throw it straight at the one who turned on the right.
Okay. Yep, got it. 1 second. Go for it. Roll your attack. As you rush in. So you're talking about this one down here?
Yeah.
Okay. He does have half cover, but that still beats it. You throw this thing over. It arcs just perfectly enough so it moves over the top of the table, striking him. And 9 damage. He gets hit. You hear him, fuck! As he staggers back a bit with a javelin sticking out of his neck.
He's slowed by 10 feet until my next turn.
That makes a lot of sense.
They're going to get to the other person and do a claw attack.
Okay. Puts you there. Go for it.
Oof. That's a 9.
9. You swipe. The fuck? Did you just try to claw me? And that brings us to who is that? That's this one. He will go ahead and respond. He pulls out his weapon, and he is going to attack. That is a 19 to hit. That'll be 5 slashing damage to you. And that brings us to Alcor.
Cool. Do I have enough movement to get close or get within melee range? So like 5 feet of one of those lads?
30 feet gets you here due to your allies being in the way.
Got it. No worries. All good. In that case, I will fire off a firebolt to the gentleman in front of Navarra.
Okay, go for it.
Mate, please.
Oh, and I need combat music. I'm sorry, guys. I'm letting you all down on the music front.
That's a creepy fight.
That's so chill.
Very this
Yep.
matches are
Totally
like,
fine.
everyone's anxious.
Me a 21 to hit.
21 to hit. Yes, that hits.
Sick. And then we're looking at 1 fire damage.
He gets scorched on the shoulder. He's like, "Oh fuck! I forgot to flip the table." And he will flip the table to try to make some cover for himself.
And my turn there. That's all I got.
That brings us to Leo.
Oh boy. I'm going to, I guess, like stumble forward and like try and find Alu
5,
until I can
10,
see.
15. Oh, I'm sorry. 5, 15. Yeah, 20 feet gets you here as you like push past Alu.
Hello. Firebolt on. Are both of them half cover?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Firebolt. The one that Ali just firebolted.
Go for it.
17.
17. That does hit. Roll damage.
7 fire damage.
Okay. He gets hit. He's like, ah! But I flipped the table! As he gets like his cloak catches fire. Okay, and that brings us to the other one. Javelin in his neck. He is slowed, but he is going to run out and try to stab Rashta, and that's going to be that is a nat 1. He goes to stab, and as he does, the javelin in his neck gets caught on the table. It's like as he's like staggers a bit. And that brings us to Valandor.
Yeah, I'll make my way into the top left corner of the room.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll just fire an arrow.
Go for it.
The one right there. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, nice. 22.
22. Yeah, that hits.
And that is 10 points.
Okay, 10 points. You, as he's like trying to put out the flames, he gets up to try to like pat him on the back, and you just shoot him in the neck, and he starts falling to the ground, gurgling blood. And he is dead. Is that your whole turn?
Yep, that's everything.
Okay. Top of initiative, something else happens. These guys are all making their way back. This one's dead because Sildar killed him, so I can just mark him as dead. Okay, and make them visible. And let me just go ahead and roll their initiatives.
Oh, God.
Close the door, get out of the room.
Yeah, we're
We're gone.
booking it. Other door. I think the other door was a better idea. I don't know why I opened this one. I'm very bad at writing.
One of them rolled the nat 1. How about that? So that brings us to Rashta. It's your turn.
Is this other guy behind me still alive?
Yes, he is still alive.
Ugh.
He's holding a spear, a javelin that's in his neck.
It's not very nice to stab people, and she's going to try and hit him with the warhammer.
Go for it.
Is that a 16 to hit?
Yes, that does hit.
All right.
Not
Yeah, and ooh, did she have it in? I think she had her shield on her back. I think she just. Hey,
Okay.
6 damage.
6 damage. Yeah, you clock him in the head, and he looks woozy, but he's still standing.
All right.
Is that your turn? Or do you want to move?
Would he would still get an opportunity attack on me if I move
Yes.
in his state? Okay, yeah. No, I think she'll stand there.
Okay. So that brings us to Navarra. Oh, you're muted.
Straightforward with my glaive.
Okay, fountain. Got it.
That's 14.
That does hit. So you like go up, and as you grab your javelin to like pull it out of him, you like use your glaive to like scrape him off of it, and just and he falls back. He's dead.
Thank you. And then they just like put it back.
You still have 20 feet of movement.
Can I see where the next target is from here?
You know they're coming from this direction, and there is a door next to you.
block the door, and then that gives us a bit more time.
We
Maybe?
could, but we literally have a little tunnel. They just whistle to Al to get the other side, Val to like get that point and be like, this is fish in a barrel.
Okay, so you're just gonna hold your position here?
Yeah, and just like pretty much ready that the spear to, or the glaive to just.
Okay. That brings us to this guy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You see a guy full dashing. They blew up the tunnel! Oh, fuck! And that's his whole turn, as he had to dash to get here. Dang it. Sorry, those doors are really loud. I'm going to get rid of that. So there we go. Okay, and that brings us to next, his buddy 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He also dashes here. What the fuck? And he shoves past him, and he's going to get right in next to you. Rashta. And that brings us to next one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Another one dashes as well. He will get in right here. And that brings us to that one's dead. So Alucor, your turn.
Lovely. The one that just walked through the door, I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire on him.
Okay,
So
go for it.
at least for all our friends that come through that way, have to go through that fire as long as I can.
Oh, so this one right here with the torch?
Nice.
Exactly.
Got it.
Is he extra flammable because he's already holding it?
I'm going to say yes. I feel like that's fair.
Immediately combust.
So I need a DC 13 deck save from him.
Okay, one moment. DC deck save. Come on, where is it? Deck save. 14.
Who?
He's extra
Okay.
flammable.
Does he take no damage?
Creature must make a saving throw when it moves. Wait, any creature that from.
If it
Wait,
doesn't
does it
say
create
half
all the
damage,
damage?
then I believe it doesn't
but
take
no
damage. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. In
You-
that case, then I'll. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. What would you like to do?
For a bonus action, I was gonna get close to the gentleman by Rashta and take a offhand swing with a saber.
Okay, go for it.
Please. Ooh, 22 to hit,
That hits.
and that'll be 6 slashing damage.
Got it. Okay. You try to cast Bonfire, but it actually focuses on the guy's torch, which just makes it light up a little bit more. Not the effect you were hoping for. So instead, you're like, you run forward, you stab this guy in the back. He gives out a yelp, and that brings us to Leo. Your turn.
I like the idea of fire, so I am also going to firebolt. I'm gonna firebolt the guy in the back corner that's in the red cloak.
Yeah, got it.
And that's a 12 to hit.
12. That does hit.
Oh, okay. That is 7 fire damage.
Okay, 7. Got it.
And I'd like to tuck back out into the hallway, out of sight.
Okay. You tuck back out here, like around the corner like this?
Yes, that would be nice.
Okay, very good. You do that, and that brings us to Valandor.
I'll just fire an arrow at the one in the red cloak on the opposite corner.
Oh, right here? The same one she's just shot at?
Yeah.
Go for it.
15.
Okay. 15. Yes, that does hit.
Okay. 6 piercing.
6 piercing. Yes, that hits, striking him. He's like burned and like staggered against the wall with an arrow in him, but he's still alive. And that brings us to this guy. Dang it! 1 second. Refreshing that.
And they all ran the
We
opposite
just
way.
did a fix during break that we hoped would make this go away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he is going to... He's actually sees everyone getting hit, and he's going to be like, nope. There's a guy basically outside the door waiting. He's not ready to join the fight. And that brings us to this one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You see a bugbear charging forward. Gets there. Let me just double check their movement speed. So they actually will. They will get there, and they are going to ready an action to hit anyone that they can. Actually, wait a minute. I think they have reach, don't they? No, they have a javelin, though. They're going to throw that over their guys' heads. They're going to aim for Valandor, who's in the corner.
All right.
That's a 21 to hit.
Yeah. Yep.
That will be 6 damage to you as they hurl javelin over these guys. And that brings us to the last bandit is going to move forward, and then he's going to make a full dash going in the other direction around this way. And that's their turn. Okay, that brings us back to the top of the round with Rashta.
Okay.
There's a lot of people here.
There are. I think she's going to. I think she's going to see the guy that's closest to her, the one with the one who's got the shovel. And she's going to cast inflict wounds on him.
Okay.
Just with putting the warhammer in one hand and reaching forward, and I'm gonna cast that. So that is
Con save?
maybe, huh?
Oh, you
no,
have to
sorry,
roll to
that
hit.
is 17. I have to roll to hit. Sorry.
That does hit.
All right, so it's 17. All right, so it's gonna be 3d10 necrotic, which comes up to 13 damage, 13 necrotic.
You touch this man, and you guys see like an entire battle's worth of wounds just rip open on this guy as he's and he just dies as you like rip him to pieces with the spell. And that is that your turn?
Yeah, because I'm still get an opportunity. You know what? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna take a step back so that I'm on the same plane as Alucor.
Okay, that guy will make an opportunity attack. Big old miss. He swings with his torch and doesn't hit. Okay, so you step back there, and that brings us to Navara.
Right, glaive and some claws.
Go for it.
Plan. It's a 16 to hit.
Yep.
That's 12 damage.
Ooh, nice.
12 damage. Okay, got it. Yes, that you cut that guy down. He's just dead as you like stab into him. Who do you want to claw? You got the bugbear and you got the
they
guy in the
literally
corner.
as the guy falls down. Is there a person coming in?
There's the bugbear coming in.
I'll go for the guy in the corner. Pretty much as the guy fell down, they just smile at the guy in the corner and just go for a claw.
Go for it.
Hopefully. That's an 18 to hit.
Go roll your damage.
It's 7.
This guy was burned, shot with an arrow, and then he sees you kill someone in one hit, and then rush towards him. He's like, no, and he just gets his throat slashed. And the
they
bugbear.
just turn to the bugbear to be like, "You're next."
Give me an intimidation.
Oh.
Do it.
Let's go.
You still have another advantage if you want.
That's true.
You say that, and the bugbear smiles. I was hoping you'd say that. As this is great. He loves this. This is awesome. Okay. That brings us to let's see. Dead. That brings us to Alucor.
Alucor, going to try to learn from his mistakes and trying to create bonfire and hitting that guy's torch, is this time going to focus it on the area that the bugbear is standing on.
Go
is
for
where
it.
he's going to create the fire. So he's going to go to make the fire, but the bugbear will just have to make a dex save, but the fire will be present.
That is a big old fail.
Let's go.
You just
Okay.
love setting bugbears on fire. It's a good thing this
do.
is allowed by the
got
Geneva
trauma.
Convention.
I love fire. That'll be 4 fire damage for him, and then anyone running through that space.
We know you love fire.
All right. Well, at least Alu was there, yeah.
Okay, you set him on fire. How much damage you said? 4? Got it.
4 damage.
Yep, got it. And is that your whole turn?
Yeah. We'll end it there. Save for the time.
Okay, Leo, as we get to your turn, you see that this door next to you briefly opens and then closes again.
Oh. Why would it do that?
What would you like to do? It's your turn.
I don't want to go in alone, so I'm gonna go back into the room where everyone's dying. And
Okay.
do I? Oh, I don't know. Now I'm second guessing everything. Can I, like, as I'm poking, just like see if I see anything, like poke my head?
Yeah, give me a perception check if you want to poke your head in, if that's what you're saying.
Do good. 8.
8. You hear a slight movement, but you don't see anything. It looks like
Yeah.
up above. It looks like an alchemy shop.
Oh. No. Going through.
Turning back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to join my friends. Can I call out to Navarra to duck before sending a
Yeah.
firebolt this time?
And again,
Okay.
there was a skeleton as well.
Oh,
so
right,
yeah,
right.
you're good.
Okay. All right, I'm going to firebolt.
Yep.
The bugbear was already on fire. That is
They
a
will
16 to
definitely
hit.
tilt. Yeah.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. That's 8 fire damage.
8 fire damage. Got it. You also like burning bugbears. Got it. Okay. Bugbear
Arson.
screams
And I'm
as
gonna
he
duck back around again.
sets on fire. You duck back around and just looking at that door, seeing if
watch.
it'll move again.
Yeah.
That brings us to Valandor.
Yeah, I'll fire an arrow at the bugbear.
Got it.
Nice. 22.
22. That hits. Yeah.
And then that'll be 4 piercing.
Okay. This bugbear was so excited to fight Navarra, and now all of you guys are getting involved. And he's like, "Oh, the fuck! Damn it!" As he's
smiling
getting
through it.
pummeled by stuff. That
And I'll
brings-
use my movement, sorry, just to actually move in the direction of where Leo went. So I'm
5,
gonna go
10. You want to go here or outside?
Val, there's someone in there. Through that door.
behind us.
Yes, it just opened and then it closed again. I don't know what's going on.
Then I'll just say to the room, I'm like, we're starting to get surrounded.
Okay.
And then I'll just wait there.
All right. That brings us to this guy outside, 5, 10. He will run in, squeezing past the bugbear. Actually, he will go over here instead, and he will take
We'll have to take that next save too for the fire.
Oh, yes, he does. You're
Fire?
right. Actually, no. If there's fire, he's not that stupid. He's not gonna jump through that. He's gonna stop here and instead use his light crossbow, and he will take a shot at Navarra. That is 18 to hit.
Fine.
That does hit.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, just making sure. That's gonna be 9 piercing damage to you. And then that brings us to the bugbear. Since the bugbear is starting its turn in the bonfire, does it have to make a save, or does it just take damage?
Yeah, I'll have to make the save again.
Okay, got it. Dex save. That's a fail. Roll the damage.
Oh, that's wrong spell. Ignore that.
That's fine.
Be 2
We
damage.
should add them
Okay,
together.
takes 2 fire damage. And he will go ahead and push through out of the flames, pushing Navarra. As he gets here, just moving like a 5-foot step past you, he will go ahead and make his attacks. Let's see. Okay. Morningstar, normal. That is 14 to hit. Does that hit? I don't think it does.
Nope.
Okay, give me one moment. And I just need to check one thing about this guy. Where is... one second. I just gotta check something about the bugbears, because one thing is telling me that they don't have multi-attack, and I thought they do. Oh, they don't. Okay, yeah, never mind. He swings and misses. That's his turn. That brings us to this guy, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Leo, as you're saying this to Valandor, behind you a man comes up and will attempt to stab you. That's an 18 to hit.
It hits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That will be 7 slashing damage.
Oh.
You feel a slash across your back as this guy's standing there with a knife. And that brings us to top of the round to Rashta.
Rashta sees this bugbear and is going to fire off a guiding bolt at it.
Go for it.
All right, let's see. 18 hit? 18
Yes,
to
it does.
All right, that's going to be 46 radiant, 16.
You see this one, and you remember this was one of the ones that grab you, so your eyes just light up with this, like, divine fury, and like the heat of the forge glowing in your eyes. You just swing your hammer, and as you do, fire scorches out of it. And he's just like, huh? Roar! And what's left is an outline on the wall of where this man was standing, as he's like this, and he is just gone. That brings us to
Nasty little bugger bears.
do you want to move?
Yeah, I assume that then around this time, like, I'd heard the stabbing sounds behind us. And then if through there, or not, because my spell slots are down. Never mind. Are you all right?
No.
Okay. We can fix that. Can we get out that way?
That brings us to you, Navarra.
Walk it off.
The bonfire's still up.
Yep.
So they're gonna
I could break
just
concentration.
go backwards just a sec, and they're like very bloodied, but take out their javelin and throw it.
All right,
through
go
the
for
fire.
it.
It's a 24.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
And 6 damage.
All right, 6 damage. This guy gets hit. As he staggers back, he starts banging on this door. Hey, wake the fuck up! As he's banging on it, you think there might be more reinforcements. That brings us to... Do you want to move at all?
Maybe off to the side, to the right, just a bit. They're not going to go far. They just don't want to be in range.
Okay.
Sight.
There you go. And that brings us to Alucor.
Alu will look to Navarra and ask, how are you feeling?
What do you think?
Answer the damn question. How are you feeling? Do you want healing or not?
I don't need healing if you're gonna talk like this. Just give me healing.
Fine. I will throw off a firebolt first to like get out the frustration of the,
Yeah.
the interaction.
That's not healing.
Go for it.
We had 12 to hit that man, just hit by the javelin.
Oh, it's hitting the man, not Navarre. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that hits.
That'd be wild.
What kind of party is this?
That'll be 4 fire damage.
4 fire damage. Yeah, this guy is banging on the door. Fire scorches his back, and he's like, ah! He keeps banging on the door in pain. Still alive.
And And then for the bonus action, I'll use Healing Word for Navara. And Alu will just say stubborn as the healing word.
Okay, that brings us to Leo.
I got
10 points of healing for you, Mas.
Gracias.
what do I do?
Oh, that's meaningful.
Can I, oh god, firebolt him?
It will be at disadvantage because he is in total darkness.
Oh shit. Okay. That's all I can do.
That's understand?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. First one's an 11.
Okay.
Second one, yeah.
What's the second
11.
one?
So
Okay,
the second
yeah,
one is next.
that hits. Roll damage.
Oh,
Nice.
9 damage.
Okay. You set him on fire. He screams and backs up a bit.
I'm gonna
and- yeah.
run. Then I'm gonna. Do I go into the other room?
The room
have
above?
Have I noticed anything in the other room since
No,
the
you haven't.
last turn? Oh. It's you, so I'm gonna be smart and sensible and not be reckless, and I'm gonna go down because I don't have a lot of hit points, so I'm gonna
Okay.
go down.
Okay, you go here. That brings us to Valandor. You can see in the dark, I believe. So
Yeah. And then the door above us is closed.
yes, it's just like a crack
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, I'll just fire an arrow at the one directly ahead of me,
Go for it.
and then dirty 20,
Yeah, that hits.
and
You definitely you kill this guy.
oh nice.
You shoot him. He staggers back, falling down those stairs. Or actually, I guess falling up those stairs, landing on the top. And then that brings us. Do you want to move at all?
Yeah, I'll move to the right. I'll move one square to the right, so I'll stay behind a wall. But then I'll keep my arrow, and then I'll sort of like put my back against the wall, so I guess Rashta can see me. And then I just sort of like nod inside of the room.
Okay, got it. That brings us to this guy. This door opens. And one second. This door opens, and inside you see another bugbear, and he staggers in and takes cover. They're out there. They've killed 2 of us. I think they killed a lot more than that, actually. And these 2 bugbears, enraged, will go ahead and join combat. Let's see, combat initiatives, normal. Okay. With that, that brings us to Rashta. Your turn.
She moves to where she had seen Valandor go, and Valandor like did the head towards the other door.
Yeah.
Like, on here? Is it a way out? You think?
I don't think so. Leo mentioned that another creature was above in this room.
Okay, all right. We could try and get him. She's gonna open the door.
You open the door. Inside, you do see what looks like an alchemy shop.
Oh, she's gonna look in with her. She's gonna have her warhammer ready and out. Doesn't see anyone. It's empty in here, but does she see that door that's also over there?
Yes, you do see that. And give me a perception check.
Sure. Oh no! Can I go with my passive?
What is your
Can I go
passive
with my
perception?
16.
1 moment. 16. Okay, one
Yeah.
moment. Gotta do one
It
more.
Oh, they're doing a lot over there.
Okay.
stressing
You
me out.
see something quickly moving across the room, and this door to the right opens real quick and then closes.
I think they're invisible. But she scoots in some. Are there anything that might resemble a healing potion or any sort of
good
thing?
Good question.
I feel like
give-
if that would be what she would look for alchemy.
Give me an Arcana check
I'd love
as
to.
you scan the room for anything like that.
16.
There's a bunch of components for things like that, and it looks like they were about to brew something, but you see nothing like that in here.
Okay.
No finished potions anyway.
Okay. And so she would just like relay like what she had seen. There's stuff in here. They're brewing something. Something just went through the door, but I couldn't see it. And she pokes her head back out to Valandor. Shrugs.
Okay.
You're muted, I think.
Wonderful. I just say to you.
Okay.
Okay. Give me one moment. Okay.
Al could ready an action by the door, I think would be her next thing. Until she's going to wait for some others to get in here, but in case something comes back out, she wants to smash it with a hammer. So it's just like this.
Okay. Navarra, that brings it to you.
Let's see. The other guy said there was people on the other side, right?
Yeah. You
The
can
two
see,
bugbears?
looking down the hall, you see another bugbear. Possibly two.
Oh, so the
Is the
fire's
bond-
still up too, yeah.
Yeah, the fire's still up.
I want to throw
Okay.
oil and spread the fire down the hallway so bad.
But George, question to you: if Maz wanted to run through that hallway, could I break concentration out of turn?
Yeah, I would allow you to break concentration. If you see her moving towards it, yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, Navarro's thinking about it because like that's just perfect to have them funnel through. But like,
You can
Yeah.
stay here
Yeah.
and hold an action.
yeah, that's what I would like to do.
Okay.
Hold in action.
All right, you hold an action to stab anyone that gets close to that door. That brings us to... that brings us to one of the bugbears. 5, 10, 15. It will attempt to make a jump to leap over the flames. That's just going to be a strength check. And it fails. It like leaps and still gets scorched, so it's gonna have to make a dex save. And that fails. Roll the damage, please.
Happily.
As he like jumps, leaps into the room, still scorched by flames. And Navarra, you can make your attack of opportunity, or your
need to
attack
learn
as your
this
reaction.
level.
Dang it!
2 points of fire damage.
2 points of fire damage. Got it. Okay. Navarra, that's a 7. That does not hit. It will respond, though, with its Morning Star attack. That's a 23 to hit you.
No. No.
That is going to be only 6 damage. Damn.
That's totally, yeah.
That's a 1 and a 3. Wow. All right, you take 6 bludgeoning damage. It's actually going to move in a little bit more to get away from the flames, but it's still within 5 feet of you. And then that brings us to Alucor.
Okay.
Make a wisdom
Alucor
save.
is- Yeah, actually. Wait, sir, like for real?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, valid. Cool. 25.
Yeah, you you were saved last time, so any ill effects you would have about almost being killed previously by a bugbear, you're not really worried about. Whoever that lady was, she'll probably save you again.
He's fixed. His trauma is gone. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah. You know what? On that note, let's get intimate. We'll get close to that bugbear to take some swings with a saber.
Go for it.
So the first swing, shit, that is a 9 to hit.
That misses.
Then we'll do offhand. It's 11 to hit. Yikes.
Both miss. You swipe once, swipe again. This bugbear's fast on his feet. But he does acknowledge that he's got 2 opponents and he's deciding which one he needs to focus on. As he's contemplating that, his decision gets a lot easier as his friend, 5, 10, 15, he's just going to barrel right through the flames. And that's going to be a dex save. That fails, so roll damage for him.
Got it.
He will come in and swing at Navara as well.
Hey, it's 7 points of damage.
23 to hit.
Oof.
And that's going to be 15 bludgeoning damage.
Dang.
They don't look at Alu during this part because they go down.
You see the bugbear dodging Alu's attacks, and then you turn, and this one comes in and just clocks you as you fall to the ground unconscious. Okay, that brings us to Leo's turn.
Guys, please come back now, please! I'm gonna firebolt whichever one's looking more bloody. hurt.
Whichever one's looking more what?
Hurt and bloody. Whichever one looks...
Oh, the other one took 7 fire damage? Yeah, got it.
Yeah, 7 fire damage.
All right, go for it.
That is a 23.
That hits.
7 fire damage as well.
Okay, he's already burning, and then you set him on fire some more. And then that brings us to Valandor's turn.
I'm gonna tuck around and hide next to Valandor.
Okay, you
point.
like run outside.
Yeah.
Get in there! Get in there! Get in there!
I'll just sort of like peek inside and then stretch on my arrow and just fire. I'll fire at the one that is near Navara.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Nice. It's a 23.
23. Yes, that hits.
Okay. And then nice. And then 8 piercing.
8. Got it. All right. This one's not looking great.
Duck back inside for cover.
Okay. That brings us to that bandit back there. He's going to move up. He's not going through those flames. He is going to watch, and he's going to take a shot at disadvantage at Alucor. With his light crossbow.
You got this. Doing great in there, buddy.
That's a big old miss. That shot goes wide.
Nice.
He doesn't want to hit the bugbears. That's too scary for him. So it hits the ceiling instead. Doesn't hit Alucor. All right. That brings us to Rashta.
Hearing the get back in there bit of it, she'll move to get... she'll get like, so she's just about by that tables.
Okay.
Actually, no, she's gonna surge all the way forward. Like, I think she has
Okay.
25 feet.
You
of
get
movement,
here,
so
you
she's gonna
see
get in here.
Navara's on the ground unconscious.
Yeah. I'll be right with you. And she's going to look at the bugbear. Which one's the one that's looking the worst off?
This one closer to the door.
All right, the one closer to the door. She's going to take her warhammer, clang it on the ground so that it rings the sound of a bell. She's going to do Toll the Dead on this.
Okay, go for it. And
this
make a
guy.
wisdom save.
It's a wisdom save of 14. Roll low.
That's a big fail.
Hey, great. So that's 1d8. 3 necrotic.
3 necrotic. This thing shakes its head as it feels like its life might be in imminent danger.
Oh, wait, no, it's missing hit points already, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, sorry. That needs to be a d12 then.
Okay, roll
Ooh,
that.
Nice.
Yeah, my bad. It doesn't have the automatic d12. All right, so that's 6.
Okay, instead, this thing actually just dies. As
Yay!
you ring the bell, it like grabs its head, and its wounds just sort of like continue to bleed profusely as it staggers back and collapses to the ground.
Nice.
Okay.
And then I think she's just going to like scream at the other one.
Give me an intimidation check.
Sure. 14.
14. Got it. Navara, please give me a death save.
Where is it? Okay. Oh.
That is a fail. Navara, you feel yourself like slipping as you're laying in a pool of your own blood trickling from your head. Your eyes just sort of like trying to stay open, but things are getting dark. And that brings us to this bugbear. They are going to... You yelled at them. Alucor's the one swinging blades at him, though, so he's going to swing at Alucor.
We tried.
That's an 11 to hit. It misses?
That's a miss.
All right, good. It swings, you duck under it, you move fairly fast yourself. And that brings us to your turn.
They're dodging that. Imagine it'd be like an exchange, like two boxers where one goes to swing, the other ducks below. And as he ducks below, he's gonna swing one of his sabers as like a counter.
Yeah.
Fuck me, dude.
Dang.
Okay. That's gonna whiff. But in the offhand, he will try again for a 17 to hit.
17 does hit.
Thank God. Let's see what we're working with. We got 8 slashing damage coming his way.
8 slashing. Okay. You are able to cut him, but the attempt and the first miss left you in a precarious spot. If he attacks you again, he will have advantage. As you sort of have, like, you've opened yourself up a little bit too much. But you did do damage. And that brings us to Leo.
Firebolt!
Firebolt. Okay. You rush out. Go for it.
11.
Misses.
Never mind. I go back to my corner.
You go back to your corner. Give
I
me a
hide
perception
behind Val
check.
again. Okay.
Oh no. Oh, no.
I'm gonna die.
Please no.
An 8.
Yeah, you hear something come from the cavern, but you're not sure what.
I think they're behind us again.
You alert Valandor to that, and that brings us to Valandor. Your turn.
Yeah, same thing. I'll sort of look to Leo, and then sort of with a determined focus, I'll just like peek back inside, and then I'll fire an arrow at the bugbear. But I say, "We gotta move," and then I'll let go.
Okay, go for it.
Ooh, it's 14.
14. That misses.
Damn.
The arrow flies over its head. This bugbear realizing that it has still quite a few more people to deal with, even if it does take down these 2 people.
Then yeah, that's all I'll do.
Okay. Give one moment. Okay, that brings us to who else? This bandit will go ahead and take a shot at Alucor. That's gonna just be normal. 13 to hit.
That misses.
All right, it fires again, still afraid to hit the bugbear. It's like, shit! It backs up and hides behind this corner. And that brings us top of the round to Rashta.
Help action to get Navara.
Okay.
Stabilize Navara.
Do you want to try stabilizing her with a medicine check, or do you want to just give her help on her death save?
Oh no, I want to stabilize with a medicine check to get her. Which one does the one that gets you like 1 up?
Stabilizing will make them unconscious but not dying. So you just roll a medicine check.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself too. I'm gonna give myself a little extra D4 there.
You can do this.
I believe in us. I believe plus my D4, which is on its way right now.
You are able to stabilize her with an 11.
Yay! Okay, good.
Navarre, you don't have to make death saves. And that brings us to the bugbear. Bugbear's gonna make a wisdom save. No. It will go ahead and attack Valandor. I'm sorry, it'll attack Alucor, swinging its mace at advantage. 21 to hit. It contemplated trying to retreat, but with that opening you left it, it's like, that's too good. I gotta do this. And it swings. That is an 11 to hit you, or 11 damage.
That hurts, but yeah, we'll take that.
It strikes you in the ribs. You feel like one of your ribs crack as you like stagger this way. Wind rushes out of you, and it brings us to your turn.
Dang.
Let's get that salty get back. Alu is, yeah, bro. I think we're just gonna trade blows with the bugbear. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Navarre is stabilized. Rashta's still here. That other guy can't land a shot. Knocking on wood. Yeah, let's swing with the sabers. So I'll take a swing, and I'll be 18 to hit.
18. That does hit.
For first swing, we're looking at 6 slashing damage.
Okay. 6 slashes him across the side.
And then
Got
for
it.
the second offhand, hey, that's a 22.
That hits as well.
Cool. And that will be 8 points of slashing damage.
All right.
So
You
14 total.
stab him once, slashing him. You hit him again, and he falls to one knee. Ah! I give!
You want mercy.
Or quick death.
Where's white stuff?
Blast stuff.
What? I keep getting his name wrong. Where's the black stuff?
He points
He's
to
like,
the
I
other
don't know what
room.
you're talking-
The one behind us?
Yeah.
Thank you. Then I'll do the quick death if that's what the offhand strike will do.
Okay. He sort of knows that he's been bested with everyone's still around him. He just puts down his head as you bring down your sword into the back of his spine, and he goes limp, falls down dead.
2 work crimes, gang.
No, he didn't. That's fine. I don't think that's a war crime if he wants a quick
okay.
death.
That one.
We'll find out
Yeah.
soon.
We'll find out soon. Find out next episode of
Leo, that brings us to your turn.
Is there still the extra bandit guy?
You do not see him from where you're at.
Okay. I'm gonna go into the other room. I think, yep. I'm gonna poke. I'm gonna go in.
Looking in here, you see a alchemy setup, and you see that there is a potion of invisibility that's just on the verge of being brewed.
Is it ready?
You could take it if you want.
I'm so tempted to drink it.
You won't.
I'm gonna drink it.
Okay.
I'm
give me
gonna
one
drink
moment.
it, I think. I've been so good and so diligent about not going in this room this entire combat.
You drink it and turn invisible.
Yay!
Okay. Now
Do I
what?
see anything?
You see this door up here.
Okay.
There's also, by the way, a bunch of supplies here you can probably come back for later
Perfect.
that could be used to do more alchemy.
Cool. I'm gonna go back to the door and just whisper, Val, I'm in here, but you can't see me, okay? You can't see me. Don't worry. I'm here. And I'm gonna hang out in the room.
Okay. Valandor, you give me a perception check.
Right. Perception. Dirty 20.
You listen, and you do hear something from the tunnel, but can't distinguish what it is. But also, you hear a distinct lack of combat or sudden movement
Coming from behind me? From the tunnel?
anywhere.
Oh. Oh, okay.
You guys might be out of combat.
Then I'll just sort of, I'll peek inside and I'll say to Leo, sort of like looking around, like, don't go too far. I have to get Navarra.
Okay.
And then I'll sort of go inside, and then I'll look to Alucor and I'll look to Rashta and I go, all right, are we done here? Are we good? Can we go ahead and
Yeah,
pick
your
up the
friend's
step?
down.
Yeah, so I'll sort of come down, and I'm saying that as I'm like trying to pick up Navarra, like pick her up and like hold her, and it's just, we have to move.
What was that roll?
Don't worry about it.
Nice.
I don't like that.
Well, it was in that one.
It wasn't that one.
Okay, so if your friend got out through the way that we came in, couldn't we do that same thing as well? When we got in here? Before we came down out of the crypt, like where I was in a jail cell,
Oh,
and then
Penny.
Oh yeah, and just
Yes.
get out through there.
Yes.
Let's do that.
yeah, we could leave.
I'll just sort of shout out like Leo,
False
and then
staff is here.
I'll
Yes.
turn to everybody.
I'm gonna
Leo's
open the
invisible.
door.
The door opens. You see no one standing there.
Is Navarre like conscious at least, or just fully?
You're like, you're pretty much unconscious, but like you might be. I would say you're like really on the edge of consciousness, so you're probably able to hear things, but not really interact much.
Could I do
Unless someone
a
heals you.
medicine check or something to try and, like, I guess, stop any other bleeding or anything that would produce any sort of healing aspect? I am out of spell slots. But
I can. Alu could chip in. He has a healer's kit.
oh,
yeah,
The feat
beautiful.
of
Oh, nice.
healer. So I should have I think like 9 more charges left.
Yeah.
So yeah, Alu, if Navarre would allow, will go to check in on them as
They're,
like,
they
attack
don't.
their
Yeah,
feet.
they're unconscious.
So yeah, Alu will go to Navarre and bring out the medic kit to help get her back on her feet.
Got it.
They just whisper like Torchbug. Oh, it's you. Move.
Yeah, you're welcome, Navi. I always get confused on the roll for this. Let's see. Let's get the tender creature effect. Yeah.
Which is
What am I
you.
rolling for? I'm trying to think of like what I'm
Just do a medicine check.
rolling for. It medicine check. Okay. Here we go. Ooh. That's a 7. Well, whatchamacallit, with the healer's kit, it won't need a medicine check.
Oh, yeah, I mean, she's stabilized. You put in the work, you can get her like to 1 HP if you want.
Yeah.
Is there
let's try
anything
that.
in here that, like, how quickly can you make a health potion?
Yeah, give me a Arcana check.
I'll say Alu would also fill the team.
That's a
party in.
24.
24. I mean, a lot of the basic ingredients are here, and they've already got some stuff brewing.
Start just like grabbing things off the shelves, and everyone just sees like flying ingredients.
Rashta has a proficiency with alchemist supplies as well.
Okay,
So-
yeah. With Rashta's help, then, yeah, you are looking and like you find all the right stuff, and Rashta sees what you're doing. And Rashta, go ahead and give me a Arcana check as well, and you can add your proficiency with alchemy tools.
Excellent. Okay.
I'll say while that's happening, I would tell the party that Glassstaff is supposed to be in this room. We're supposed to be here. That's
And
what the
then-
bugbear told him.
I
You
look
are
to
able to
Alucor and I go,
brew a single health potion.
Yeah. Sweet.
Then I'll say to Alucor as he says that, right, and I think just like Leo, we are not able to see them. So we must tread lightly.
Could ooh. While this is brewing and while Rashta is brewing it, could I
ritual cast detect magic?
Yeah.
Would there be enough time for that?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. Yeah. I want to see if I could detect anything behind the door. If there's anything. Maybe it gives an inkling that glass stuff is there.
One moment. Okay. You see the components in here. There's the room next to you. But you don't see any magic in this room.
No sensing any magic of any sorts?
No.
Okay.
And it'll stay up for concentration for 10 minutes if we do go through a door as well.
Do you want to go through this next door?
Yes.
Are we ready to go through that door?
Yes.
So you touch the door.
No, okay, well, I don't
just
touch
kidding
the
with you.
door.
I'm kidding with you. It's fine.
Whoa, okay. No magic. I don't detect any magic, right?
You do not. You open the
Okay.
door and you see what looks like a very resplendent bedroom. There are even curtains hung on the wall to give it a little bit more of a cozy feel to it.
What do I see? Can I investigate?
Yeah, give me an
Just see
investigation
what-
check.
And George, just for clarification, I'll probably stay in the hallway that leads into this room where everybody's hanging out, just so I can keep an eye out if anything's coming this way. But I'll stay by the door.
Okay.
9.
9. Looking around the room, you don't see much. You do see a wooden chest at the end of the bed. It looks like it's unlocked, and you can open that up. Inside, you find a. Give me one moment. I just need to double check one thing. You open it, and inside you find a spell scroll of Hold Person and another spell scroll of Fireball.
Ooh.
I'm gonna scoop those up because I think that sounds very useful to kidnap the glass stuff. So I'm going to like those.
Yeah, something about
Anything-
these seem familiar, but
Okay.
you're not sure what.
Something about the scrolls.
Also in the chest is 180 silver pieces, 130 gold, and a silk pouch with 5 carnelians. I think those. Oh, I guess those are precious stones and 2 paradots. So a bunch of
Okay.
gems.
Wow.
2 paradox. Okay. Just double checking the numbers. 180 silver pieces, 130 gold pieces, 5 carnelian, 2 paradots.
Mhm.
Cool. I'm gonna, I guess, take those.
Okay.
And I'm gonna come back like arms full, so just floating around. Found some stuff.
You just see like a bunch of stuff floating as they come back into the room. As you're in this room, you're holding all that stuff. I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh,
Oh boy.
why do I have to do that? At 20.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
The wisdom save was to not drop everything you're holding. As you see on the bookshelf is a bunch of history books. There's
right over.
books about brewing potions, and then there's one
accidentally-
book that's written in Dwarvish, and it looks like the journal of an adventurer, and it's describing some historical places of Phandelver.
And put all of
Oh,
those
no,
in
she
my big
found
pile.
books.
Yeah. So
Navarre
you
just punched over on the table.
Leo's just looting.
Fine.
Do you need a hand with that?
Would you mind?
We don't have storage for this.
No, we do. I'll put it in my library. It's fine.
Rashta, you see the book that she grabbed, and as you pick it up from her hands, you see a name in it Ermun. And you remember that name. Nundro told you that name. It's one of the places that they got their information from.
Ermon is a place or a person?
Ermun is a person, an old adventurer from around 200, 300 years ago.
I think that as she's accepting some of the books there, kind of tucks some of them there and thumbs through the first handful of pages.
It mentions a place known as the Forge of Spells.
Oh,
That also sounds
saying
familiar.
words I love.
Nundro
Forge of
mentioned the
Spells?
Forge of Spells. And
Forge of
lastly, the thing you look is that it mentions something called Lightbringer. And
Uh-huh.
you know that to be the name of a mace.
Oh. I think that for as excited as you see Leo getting, and stoic as Rashta usually is, the other books fall to the ground as she looks at those and has the same sort of
I'm gonna
excitement
catch the
come
books.
across her face. You see the same kind of excitement go across her face of like, I knew I loved that man for a reason.
What did you find?
Oh, so, Nundro, my husband, he was telling me about this place, or Ermon, and she would just kind of give a bullet points list of essentially what you got there.
Oh my.
Leo, you recognize the name Nundro.
Andrew?
That's Gundren's brother.
Nundro,
One of them.
as in Nundro Rockseeker?
Oh yes, that's my husband.
Oh my goodness, no way. His brother, Gundren, is a friend of mine, and we're actually, we're looking for him. He's gone missing.
Oh my. Truly.
Yes, he's been who we were hoping to perhaps find here alongside the family, Myrna, and not here.
Sorry you found the wrong rock seeker, but
We'll take
if
any
you're
rocks
looking for
that we can
him,
get.
if you're looking for him, then I suppose by marriage I should be as well.
Wonderful.
It starts
Okay.
to come together for you, Rashta. You don't know why those bugbears attacked you or brought you here. You were on your way to see Nundro and his brother Thurden,
Mm-hmm.
and these bugbears just sort of swept up, got you, too many of them for you to fight off yourself. But now you're thinking about it, this book in your hand is a journal. There's probably not a lot of books. This man, adventurer from 200, 300 years ago, probably didn't write very many journals. So if Nundro told you about this book had to have been in his hand at some point.
Oh. She that all kind of clicks together for her as well. I was hoping to meet Nundro and his brother, his other brother. I've not been successful, and I'm concerned he may be in trouble just as the rest of us have been.
Of course. Well, we must find them then.
We must. What about this glass staff? Gestures around the room.
I'm assuming he's the one who's organized everyone, the Redbrands, the Bugbears. But I also, do I know about who overheard the spider? Was that something that we all overheard?
It's Penny and Alu, but we would have told you guys.
You would
about
have told
it
us.
when we
What?
came back together.
But Alu, you mentioned that you might be working for someone. You might be under someone.
The spider. They mentioned that this faction, these Redbrand, are the human arm. So I'm assuming they have other groups.
I guess that would include the Bugbears and the goblins that we fought.
Right.
Okay.
Are we sure we're alone in the room?
You look around, you
know.
believe so.
What was that nat 1 for?
Need to know.
Do you want to search
now that-
around, Valandor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Valandor,
do.
you like look around out here, and you look now. A moment ago, what you were going to see is this bandit hiding and peeing himself in fear. What you instead see, because you guys spent some time looking for stuff, is this bandit dead, and this Nothic, that creature you spoke to earlier, eating him. And it looks up at you.
I had a feeling.
And like
had a
blood's
feeling.
dripping from its face.
I just kind of nod to it. Go, well, great. And then just back up into the hallway.
Okay. You back up to the rest of the group. Looking around further, you also see that there is a letter on the table here.
Okay.
It reads, Glassstaff. Some adventurers attacked the Goblin Cave. They might be working for the brothers. Kill them if you must. Don't allow them to upset our plans. See that any dwarven maps in their possessions are delivered to me with haste. I'm counting on you. Don't disappoint me. And then there's just a small drawing of a spider.
It seems that we have garnered someone's attention, and now we are sought after. So we can remain here as much as we need to, or perhaps leave the way that Rashta mentioned, where we met her, or find another way out.
We've taken care of. So I would like to mentally recount every Redbrand that we've killed, because I was doing that during combat. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 in the town,
Mhm.
then 2 that Alu, Penny, and I did. The 3 from the little prison area.
Mhm.
Then another 2 from this room. Then another 3.
Based on how quiet everything is, you think you may have killed everything here.
Okay. Cool. And then that's not including the bugbears. So we've killed like 18 things.
That is a lot. Good lord.
Yeah.
Okay. Penny just, or not Penny, Leah just wanted to like keep count because she remembered that, there's like around a dozen or so. And so just wanted to make sure that before we leave, keeping
As
track.
Also-
what is it? Navarro had a question just as they're. Did they get the healing potion, or are they still at 1? Just wanted to make sure.
Did you guys? I guess you gave them the healing potion, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Let me know what to roll. But they is Leo invisible still?
No.
I feel like it's worn off, yeah.
And they're just like, because they were sniffing around before for like an exit. There's no exit out of here. That if Glassstaff was here, they would have had to like be invisible and run past us.
Give me a perception
Yeah,
check.
And that's my thing.
Yeah.
Oh, is he behind the
Yes.
curtains?
There is somebody in that room.
around.
Yeah.
They're just still in the shifter form and just going around like.
Yeah.
How long would his
No.
invisibility go
I'll give
for?
guidance if needed.
You
15.
open up the curtains here and find a very similar passageway that leads to stairs.
Oh.
Of course.
They lead up, out, and then to where you guys came from. So the same way you guys were planning on exiting, they've probably have gone that direction.
Damn.
Damn it.
Bamboozled.
Sneaky.
They will come back down, let everyone know that they were gone, and then try to like, what is it? They'll take the healing potion. Well, if we are known, then back to the town, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With haste.
Alu
Can
will
I
want to
take
do like.
the-
Sorry.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Alu want to do like one last check on the situation outside to see if they've dealt with.
Yeah,
I'm just
no,
gonna roll a healing thing
Sildar's
as
dealt
well.
with the bugbear he was facing. You
6
watch.
healing.
They are. He's like limping a bit, but he's heading back to the Stonehill Inn. It looks like with the 2 commoners who were with him.
Let's fucking go, Sildar.
Yeah, let's go, Sildar.
Honestly,
If,
he just kept
um,
rolling above a
a
10
victory.
for all of his checks, which you did it. He didn't die.
Can I take the letter and I'd like to take it folded, and then if Leo has like a ton of books, I'll just sort of walk up to her and go, may I just place this in here?
Aye, of course, just you tuck it in on the one in the top.
Alucor,
Found
you
it.
know
Give me
that
more.
there's a bunch of correspondence here. You guys haven't captured the glass staff, but it's possible Halia will still pay you for those correspondence.
Nice.
Tuck them in.
I'll help you carry the load, Leo.
Oh, no,
Let's share
please.
the burden.
Really nothing. I carry books all the time.
That's no problem. I'm happy to help.
As
Um,
one last glance around that alchemy room, particularly where the dwarven book was found,
Mhm.
and knowing that there was mentioning capture any dwarven maps or anything, can she see if there's anything else written in dwarvish, any sort of other items? Just she's gonna do, now that she knows that the other rock seekers may be in trouble, she's just trying to find any sort of anything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me one moment. Okay, 1 second. There is something for me to share.
Also, do we have any interest in checking out that other room where the bugbears came from? The one at the very bottom?
Oh.
Well, they
we
could
check
have
it.
Yeah,
healing
I'm
potions.
totally down. Yeah. Yeah, we
Just a
definitely
row
need healing
full of
potions.
superior healing potions? Perfect.
Oh, that's what they were working on.
Ah.
Give me 1 second. Okay, got it. You do find more stuff. There's some notes hidden among these books. You find one, and your stomach drops because you recognize Nundro's handwriting.
Oh no.
And it's stuff that he's been telling you about, but it lays a lot of it out. Leo's probably like hovering over your shoulder as you read this, as it describes how 500 years ago, clans of dwarves and gnomes made an agreement known as the Phandelver Pact, in which they would share a rich mine and basically it's like this wondrous cavern known as Wave Echo Cave. In addition to the mineral wealth in the cave, there was some kind of great magic in there that they were able to use to essentially forge magic items very quickly and very effectively. Human spellcasters eventually got involved, and them with the dwarves and the gnomes began to make this thing called the Forge of Spells, where magic items could basically be crafted very easily. Times were good and things prospered, but then eventually this region came under attack. A powerful group of bandits came in with evil wizards from a land far away, and Wave Echo Cave, they attempted to seize it. However, the humans, alongside the dwarfs and gnomes, defended the place, and in the ensuing battle, much of the cavern was destroyed, and a few other areas caved in. So, how to get there now is completely lost. What you believe from what Nundro is telling you is he thinks him and Thurden may have found this place. And so that's why they reached out to Gundren to meet with them, hoping the three of them together could find and recover this lost piece of dwarven history.
That was a lot to write.
I know, yeah, I was going so fast. And I'm not even here all the time.
Scripting.
A
Yeah,
tear
you
might
can
come
see-
to your eye as
Yeah.
Nundro, while not a true faithful as yourself, was doing Moradin's work.
I think that's
hand.
what she saw in him a lot, or that what she sees in him, is that the eagerness that he had with the knowledge and faith that she had. I just, yeah, she's stoic about it, but you can just see that it's very emotional.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Find him.
We will. We must. Who knew I'd be off chasing a fairy tale.
Glad you're here.
Glad you found at least one rock seeker.
As am I. Well, shall we?
There was one more thing
Mhm.
that Navarre wanted to do really quickly. Was there any treasure or anything that in like that chest that Leo was looking at that we didn't want?
In this chest
Yeah.
that you did not want.
Like no, the group did we get anything else from that? You said there's scrolls, something else.
So we have lots of money, the pretty stones, and then the 2 spells called Fireball, Fireball, and Hold Person.
Navarra would ask for the pretty stones if possible.
Of course.
They want to go to that weird creature.
You want to go to the creature?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I see the
Okay.
vision, I see the vision.
You see it? You see it? Okay. Good.
Lock in,
Let's
lock in.
go!
You see the creature is gnawing on this man who died over here.
Huh?
Have your dinner.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you like something? They'll take just one out and then just like try to get the light into it. Do you want one of these?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. There's some more food too if you want that. I just would like that sword. And they'll like take out another one, just like, oh, I didn't realize. Oh, another one.
Oh, they all just fell out of my hand. How did they get here?
Give me a persuasion check.
Can I do the same thing where I'm like, oh, are you sure, Navarra? Those are
Are you?
your
Do you want to
favorite.
follow her and do this with her?
I do.
I think Rashta.
Those are your favorite stones.
Okay.
They are my mother's.
They're so hard to find.
Advantage, right?
Yeah.
Collector's
Gotta return the favor.
Limited edition.
That's right.
16.
16. Please make a deception check for me. Both of you, please.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Well,
You lie. You found those in Glassstaff's chest.
It gets closer, it climbs up on the wall, looking down at you.
I did. But that's the little secret just for you.
I still wants them, but sword is very special.
It's just sitting
Magic.
there.
And you see the sword is over here in this chest.
It's just sitting there, waiting. But this entire cave is full of food. And Glassstaff is not coming back. So, if you want more food and want more treasure, this is a little simple trade.
I'll trade on one condition. You tell me what it felt like.
They look to Leo, and their face pretty much says like it's like somber, just like please close your ears. What felt like what? What do you want to know?
When you broke your promise.
They look straight at the creature. Tears welling up.
Kind of reach out and grab her arm, squeeze it.
It felt like heartbreak.
And you feel their mind sort of pulling out of you more than that. As you think of the emotion, it's almost like you relive it as they sort of swallow those memories, those secret feelings you had in that horrible personal moment of agony.
Stones. All of them.
Here.
You hand them the stones.
Sword yours.
And it crawls up the cave watching you.
So walk backwards, let Leo know to get their hands off their ears and go get the sword. And they'll leave back to the party.
You can add a +1 magical sword to your inventory. The sword is named Talon.
Which is my name. It's still vile to me.
Yeah, that I think might be a good place to stop, as you guys have found more information about the glass staff, about the spider, and possibly now you know what you're looking for. You're looking for these people, and you now see that they're all connected. So next week, we will catch up with Penny and see what she's been up to while you guys have been here. We will also be figuring out what your guys' next moves are, as, I mean, this outpost is gone. The Redbrands are out of Phandalin. So where do we go next? We will be figuring that out next Sunday, where when we come back, we will also be here this coming Wednesday for the next episode of Fears and Fortunes. They just saved an entire city from an asteroid that was about to hit them. And that was crazy. And they are going to be celebrating as they come back. And one of their players, Una, played by Skylar Seymour, will be back as well. And we got a whole week of fresh starts ahead of us. So if you're first time watching, please make sure you tune in. These are great moments to join and start picking up on these campaigns. And if you're a long time watcher, or if you want to catch up, head over to our YouTube, where we upload all of our old episodes and you can check them out. That's all for us today. We have to call it a wraps here, but we will be back next week. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the love and comments. And thank you again, of course, to the wonderful people at Forgotten Adventures for making these amazing maps and tokens that you see before you. Just absolutely incredible. This Nothic, just love the token design on them, straight out of the book. Not to mention our wonderful player tokens and the modified token for Rashta. OhHelloMere, thank you so much for playing our guest. I just realized I never turned on your frame this entire time, but that's okay. You were absolutely amazing, and it was great having you here. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. It was so much fun.
We probably will be seeing you again. After all, you are one of the Rockseeker's wives. You're probably going to be invested. So that's all for us. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.